to be on that 18-man roster. So that means you can sign up to 20 you want. You just won't be able to play them all at the same time. When that happens, there's less opportunity for the domestic product.
What's up, you crazy fucks? Welcome. I'm live as fuck. That's cool. That's really cool. So this is anything goes on fight night, and anything fucking goes. Basically, what we're doing here is we're gonna watch some fucking fights. You probably know me on Twitter. If not, it's just Brockhouse. Like simple name, BROCKHOWES. That's it. DM me on Twitter if you need help finding the fights. I know that it's more or less difficult, but like I want you to be able to watch fights with me. Watching and commentating as we go. Anything from MMA, I guess, like UFC mostly. Like, let's be honest, they're the ones that put out the most shit. But other than that, it's kind of just like everything and anything. I'm sorry about the quality of audio right now, but I don't really need to be sorry about it because, like, fuck you, it sounds good, and the shit that I'm saying is better than what you're hearing other places. Keep the audio on the other things because, like, I'm going to commentate side by side with the people talking, and, like, I'm going to be here for 6 hours on Saturdays. So, like, I'm going to get bored, and I'm going to get boring, but, like, just fucking keep listening, and you might enjoy what you hear. I'm also going to play bass. I'm going to cook some for you guys, and I have fajitas marinating, and they'll be marinating. They've been marinating now for, like, 3 days, 4 days? I don't know. Since Wednesday, because Wednesday was my last day off work, so they've been marinating since Wednesday. Damn, they're going to be bomb. And they, like, got fajitas. And, well, it's fajita meat. Then I'm so excited. I don't really know what I did to it because I can come off work and then, like, toss some spices in that shit. I've been waiting. I'll show you when I get to the kitchen. All right. So, right now, there's nobody watching. Beautiful. I'm going to fuck around on my phone for a little bit. Get people to come watch. Just because I'm gorgeous. And, the fight shit's cool. My credentials will come, like, as we keep meeting each other. But I know a little bit about fighting. I love watching the fights. I love talking about the fights. I love that shit. Today, we have RDA and Leon Edwards. Yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, I respect these people, and don't think I don't respect these people because, like, I fucking respect these people. But I'll still talk shit about them because I talk shit about the people I love. And I love the people that fight for my entertainment. I fucking love it. I think Leon Edwards is an animal. But I'm not going to argue with Rafi's credentials. Rafi's a nasty motherfucker. I got Rafi. But I'm still cheering if Leon Edwards catches him with a spinning back kick. I think that heel to the side of Rafi's head might just catch him. Nobody, like, people that beat Rafi, but nobody's solved the puzzle, you know? Like, you're playing a strategy game. And, like, it's hard to contest strategies that push forward all the time, and Rafi pushes forward like a motherfucker all the time. He never stops. Leon Edwards is tricky. He's a tricky bitch. He moves quick. He's lanky as fuck. His range is ridiculous. And that's like the highlight. But there's other great fucking fights, dog. There's so many good fights. There's so many good fucking fights. It's beautiful. Shit's going down. Alright. Uno momento, por favor. I'm gonna check out some other shit real quick. We'll go down the card backwards because we got Alevsky, Olenek, and Walt Harris fighting. Walt Harris had a hell of a fight like last time he was out. He did fight somebody that was kind of scared. Also, booze brought to you by Benchmark. I put LaCroix in there. I'll call out all the things that I'm doing because like they provide a good time. I provide a good time. I want you to remember me. I'm going to remember the things that help me too, you know? Like, we're all helping each other. Let's give each other words. Yeah. Olenek, Harris. Gonna be interesting. Really interesting. Harris just beat a killer. Yeah, my bad. Sergey Spivak, I don't know how to say his last name, but Sergey, the Ukrainian polar bear. Is he from the Ukraine? Give me a second. I don't want to. Yeah, I know that that's the flag. Yeah, this dude's so unknown. He doesn't have the fight world knows him. Moldova. The Moldovan polar bear. Do not fuck with the Moldovians. The Moldovians are sick. So he beat who was previously like an undefeated guy, not that known. Knocked him out in 50 seconds. It's nasty shit. It's nasty shit. He beat Daniel Spence by knockout, and he drawed with Orlovsky. If you're drawing with Orlovsky, like Andrei Orlovsky is a killer. He's a known killer. He's been around for a while. Oh. If you're drawing with Orlovsky, you're a badass motherfucker. That means you put up a good fight. He lost some, but they were to Fabricio Verdum. My God, Goddard. Yeah, he's won some good fights, lost some good fights. But he just killed the killer. Like, that's admirable. And Olenek has been in the game. He's 57-12 with one no contest. That's enough. Like, the dude has brought new things to the game that changed it. The Olenek choke, yo, it ruins all of your neck. It fucks you up. He's good. Like, he's really fucking good. The name might not resonate because he's not a champ. He's not like a Daniel Cormier. But Olenek's a dog. Olenek's a goddamn dog. All right. Move to the next one. We got Juan Adams. I don't know that much about Juan Adams. Yo, he's 5-1. Probably good. Probably got some knockouts under his belt. But he lost his first fight in the UFC. I'm not going to talk shit about him. Because he still fought in the UFC. Win or lose. He made the fight. He made weight. He's a big dude. He looks like he's got heavy hands. I respect it. But he's fighting Greg Hardy. And Greg Hardy talks shit. And Greg Hardy's goofy. And Greg Hardy kind of beat the shit out of his wife at one point. But we give people second chances because people are people. And regardless of the situation, we're going to love them. And when somebody's like expressing themselves through art, they're trying to better themselves. Like, let the dude better himself. Let him be who he wants to be as long as he's not hurting anybody outside of the cage. This motherfucker hurts people in the cage. And I love watching it. And, dude, to be honest, I love talking shit. He made news feeds. Like, I just fucking, like, Google gives me pop-ups about this guy all fight week. He's saying shit. And he's doing a good job at it. And he's also knocking motherfuckers out. He did it twice in the Contender Series. Then he lost off of a disqualification to Alan Crowder. But let's be honest, he was beating the shit out of Alan Crowder. Alan Crowder had gotten knocked down. He was on the ground and then tried to get up. Had a hand on the ground, and Hardy sent a knee to the face. A knee to the face that knocked out Crowder. And it was just one of those moments where you're like, fuck. 0.5 seconds later, you would have been fine. Crowder picked up his hand, like, because you touch the ground, because you don't want to catch knees to the fucking face. Like, they suck, and they knock you out. He picked up his hand, put it back down. When he put it back down, Hardy hit him with the knee. He didn't see the hand movement. The rule's there for a reason, and it's a good rule, but it just fucking sucks. I'd say he's 5-0. He was going to win that fight. And he knocks people the fuck out. I'm saying good night to Julian Adams. But not good riddance. I think he'll be just fine. I think he's in for a lot. I think he's in for a treat. But I think he'll make it. And Hardy, for putting money down, put it on Hardy and put it in the first. Hardy's not a bad wrestler. And he's a damn good striker. Saying he's the greatest of all time. And they're hesitant on Henry Cejudo. But yeah, Henry Cejudo's the boy. He's the greatest of all time. Heavyweights, it's still open. Like, I get DC, but like, DC is DC. DC is making the most money. He's gonna make the most money. But I think that there's people that right now are like fighting in the Olympics that are gonna take that GOAT name and kind of like put him to shame. But he'll talk about them and he'll do a great job talking. Next we have, before then, so we're going backwards. So before then, we have Alexander Hernandez. And my apologies to like how I'm going to say this name. But, well, it's Francisco is his first name. Francisco Trinaldo is not a bad fighter. He's got his hands full, but he's not a bad fighter. Alexander Hernandez, yo, good job with the haircut. You looked like a douchebag. You're a fucking killer. And I think that, like, Hernandez is coming off a fight against Cowboy Cerrone. Anybody coming off a fight against Cowboy Cerrone is learning something. Cerrone is not just, like, a great fighter, but he's a beautiful technician. Beautiful technician. And I think he learned a lot. You could see, like, I was sitting with my buddy who might join us in a little bit. Actually, he texted me. But, like, it's like, dude, that kid left the first round a different person than he entered it. He was cocky as fuck. He thought he was the shit. He was like, nobody's knocking me up. Nobody's doing shit. Yeah, he left different. He left way different. And I hope it was a good difference. I want to see Hernandez do well. I don't know as much as I should know about Francisco, but he's a veteran. He's a veteran that's put on some good fights. Hernandez has not one, but 2 veterans right in a row. Like, he's a young kid. This is good. There's going to be a learning curve for him. And Francisco has his hands full. He just needs to understand that he's walking in there with a kid that's very skilled, very athletic, strong as a motherfucker. Like, Hernandez is strong. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. I skipped James Vick and Dan Hooker. That's probably the fight I'm the least excited about. But both of them are killers. James Vick is fighting at home. Dan Hooker has had some great fights. I want to say Dan Hooker. So this is Dan's first fight of 2019. Like, probably good. He is coming off a loss in December against Barboza. And Barboza's a hard loss to take, especially with a KO in round 3. Like, he got hurt in that fight. So let's be happy that he's coming back healthy. And he beat Jim Miller and Burns. He's working his way up. Then he had 5 fights before then that he won. Then he lost to Jason Knight in decision, who is a bare-knuckle boxer of the meanest form. 2015 was his last loss before that, and that was to Yair Rodriguez. And Yair is definitely on a come-up that people want to watch. Dan Hooker's a nasty motherfucker, and I don't know. I don't love James Vick. Technically, great fighter. He thinks very highly of himself, which is good. People should be proud of themselves. People should be fucking proud of themselves. Like, I don't have bad things to say about James Vick, but we have a lady on the preliminary that might, and that is Roxanne Modafferi. Hands down my favorite fighter in the UFC right now. I don't know how she's like gonna do in the UFC. She was on The Ultimate Fighter for a while. She just seems fucking cool. She makes me laugh. Like, that fight camp is nasty. And they're putting out some good fighters. Yo, she's the gaming goat. She fights Jennifer Maia, which is a fight. Oh. I wish all the best to you, Roxanne. And Jennifer Maia, do your thing, because you're always great at fighting. The Steven Peterson, Alex Caceres fight is going to be good. That's the highlight of the preliminary card. Damn, that's going to be a good fight. I need to get my fights on so I can watch them. It's on ESPN today, so watch it for free. I'm going to be listening as I'm fighting, so I don't know if YouTube's going to ban me for that. We'll see. I don't really know the law. Alex Caceres, Steven Peterson. Caceres is an artist, so it's just fun to watch him fight. And then Peterson has all the respect from everybody. Like, we know Peterson's good. We know he's good. He's gonna do well. Caceres might catch him. Yeah, Caceres just, but I can just fucking look at it. Chrome Gracie. Yep. I don't know why I couldn't remember the name. But the Gracie family wins. That's what they do. They're good at it. They're good at winning. So, like, it's a hard fight to take. And it's a fight he wanted to take because, like, he loves art. He loves the art. Kron is undefeated. And undefeated for a reason. And it's not like they give, like, if your name's Gracie, they're going to give you some hard fights. You got to target it. So, like, don't think that Alex had, like, gets disrespected for that loss. He also had a fight canceled with Artem Lobov. Artem Lobov just beat Paulie Magliani. And, like, don't talk shit about it. It was so entertaining. That fight was so much fun to watch. It was fun to see style switch. I had Artem because it was more aggressive. I don't need to talk about this shit, but I want to because, damn, that fight was beautiful. I love watching people fight, and especially good fighters fight. That's what happened there. I had Lobov with the win, but not with boxing scoring, with just fucking winning a fight. And sometimes it's just about winning the fight. And he won the fight. No disrespect to Paulie Magliani. Yeah, these Italian names. Like, I'm Italian, but it's hard to fucking say them sometimes. Paulie, you won the boxing match. Undoubtedly. Yep. Yeah. Alex is there for fucking beauty, dude. That's what he's there for. It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be really fun to watch. Raquel Pennington, always an animal. Irene Aldana. Yeah, this is like a number one contender fight. Don't sleep on it. I might have Irene in this one. Raquel's a fucking monster. A fucking monster. Her and Nunez. Oh, what a fucking fight. Ray Borg, he's happy to be back in there. He has an undefeated fighter in Gabriel Silva. It's his first fight in the UFC. It's going to be a good fight. I like Borg, dude. I like Borg. His last loss was questionable. I like Borg. Mario Batista. Jinsu Sun. Do not sleep on your Asians, dude. You got a Chinese dog fighting in there. Yeah. Oh, Korean? Don't sleep on the Korean. Yeah, he lost to Peter Yan. On decision. I think Jinsu Sun might be the real deal. Jinsu Sun? Maybe. And then to open the whole thing in 2 minutes, we got Domingo Pilarte and Felipe Cornelius, or Colares. Felipe Colares and Domingo Pilarte. They're both 8-1. It's just a matchup that we want to see. Domingo's 29. Felipe's 25. Domingo's 6 foot tall. Felipe's 5'7". You look at the reach. Domingo does have a noticeable reach advantage at 73.5 inches versus Felipe, who's sitting at 69.5. But, Hispanics. He's Brazilian. Pocket fighting is real, and pocket fighting works. And, after what happened with fucking... What happened to, Anthony Joshua, by way of Andy Ruiz, do not sleep on pocket fighting. So we'll see what distance happens and how the fight gets drawn out. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a cool night of fights. And I welcome you to it, and I hope you love it. I'll love it too. At some point, I'm going to cook. I'll also be drinking, so you'll probably see me go, just kind of drift away. I also just bought a new bass. Her name's Stella. She's my baby. Oh. Yes. Gervais had some summer transfers. Welcome. Anything goes on fight night. This is Stella. She is a darling. Oh, I can't get my hands off her. I just need to learn how to play. She's a 6-string bass, brought to you by Carlo Raboli. Carlo Raboli. I have an amp, let me plug in. Yo, we don't have long before the shit starts. Is anybody watching? I don't think anybody's watching. Yeah, there's a live chat also happening, so feel free to live chat. Move down the camera. I should probably put a shirt on, but it's hot as fuck. It's 100 and something degrees. Let me get fans going. We'll start the fucking fights together. Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Hey, baby, where you been?
Ones who look great in every picture.
Like the ones who always make me feel like a before photo.
Zoe
and Chris.
Hey, guys. Hey, Zoe and Chris. How fun is that?
AT&T has the fastest network for the latest iPhone. Get the mind-blowing iPhone XR on us from you by the latest iPhone. AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing.
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro. And now the beer is on us. Find out how at Clamato.com.
Wow, we did it. We built the fastest network for the latest iPhone.
And the iPhone 10R with a Retina display that makes everything look incredible.
It's like the perfect couple. You know, the ones who look great in every picture.
Like the ones who always make me feel like a before photo.
Zoe
and Chris.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Zoe and Chris. How fun is that?
AT&T has the fastest network for the latest iPhone. Get the mind-blowing iPhone 10R on us when you buy the latest iPhone. AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing.
The International Champions Cup continues on ESPN from beautiful Northern California, where Benfica leads Chivas 1-0. Big weekend in Major League Soccer as well. Atlanta United, DC United Sunday afternoon. Here's John Champion Taylor Twellman with a preview.
So in which direction will the season of the defending MLS champions turn next? Because it's been first one way, then the other. At no stage have they been entirely convincing. No. And they're up against a DC United side who could probably fall into the same category.
Whether or not he's still with the team at the end of the summer. But Atlanta United, it's difficult to say, well, they turned the corner against Houston Dynamo because they played over 80 minutes up a man, right? So they win 5-0 at home. Joseph Martinez scores a couple goals, but they look clunky. They don't look like they have any rhythm going forward. Pity Martinez has not hit his stride. I think there's big decisions there. If Barco comes back, then if George Bello comes back, I think Pity Martinez may have to be benched. And that's a massive saying, the most expensive player in MLS history. I think this is going to be an interesting test because DC United had to play at Cincinnati. They got 3 points. They've got their work cut out because Atlanta's chomping at the bit. And if Barco comes back, that changes them going forward.
Yep, lots of intriguing angles for our showpiece game on ESPN tomorrow afternoon, 4 Eastern. Atlanta United against DC United. Don't you dare miss it.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. When we return, second half kickoff between Benfica and Chivas, the champions of Portugal, lead 1-0 after 45 minutes.
Wrong water bottle.
To a summer where scarves are in season, where haircuts change from week to week, but loyalty lasts a lifetime.
Oh.
Welcome to the party, to the family.
It's not a fucking water bottle.
Silverware. Welcome to the show.
Fuck that.
The season starts now.
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro. And now the beer is on us. Find out how at Clamato.com.
You got your homework?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey, give me a kiss.
What's the role of a car company? To take your kids to and from school?
What are you doing? Don't forget your science project.
We think it can be something bigger. This summer, during our Drive Bigger event, Volkswagen is supporting America's teachers. Join us and drive something bigger than yourself.
At Wayfair.com, we think that when the big stuff ships free, it's just better.
Cover better, brunch better, rock better, roll better, dream better, clean better. Yeah, better!
Oh, Wayfair has free shipping. Game changer.
Fast better, free better, everything's better when it's free shipping.
Orders over $49. Shop better at Wayfair.com.
Wayfair, you've got just what I need.
If you start with lime, a bit of chili powder, ice, and you mix it with beer, and of course, Clamato, you make the authentic Clamato Michelada. Are you craving one? Claro. And now the beer is on us. Find out how at clamato.com.
Wow, we did it. We built the fastest network for the latest iPhone.
And the iPhone 10R with a Retina display that makes everything look incredible.
It's like the perfect couple. You know, the ones who look great in every picture.
Like the ones who always make me feel like a before photo.
Zoe
and Chris.
Hey, guys. Hey, Zoe and Chris. How fun is that?
AT&T has the fastest network for the latest iPhone. Get the mind-blowing iPhone 10R on us when you buy the latest iPhone. AT&T. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the International Champions Cup. Coming to you from Northern California's Levi's Stadium. It's Mexican club Chivas against Portuguese champions Benfica. Raúl de Tomás of Benfica, the lone goal scorer so far, as the Portuguese side holds a 1-0 lead as we get set to kick off the second half. Herculez Gomez, Sebastian Salazar, alongside you for what remains of this match. Goal in this one.
It's not that I hate ESPN.
Level for one. It's been a quiet game defensively for them. They need to press. They can't sit back and counter. And if you're Benfica, you need to continue with doing what you're doing. Move the ball around, and when you move it with purpose. Be effective. Go at them with speed. You understand that this Chivas team may be fitter than you are at this point, but that should be no excuse.
Benfica late heading out of the tunnel. See Chivas players go through some final preparations. First half stats, the shots will paint a picture of a very even match. The possession, I think, a little bit more indicative, Herc, of what we saw over those first 45.
Yeah, Benfica just picking and choosing where they wanted to go with the ball. Much more direct with their possession and still has 62% of that possession. And Chivas looking to counter, sitting back in their own half, reactionary. They may have had 7 shots on goal.
If you're a Chivas fan, you're worried.
You're worried, but you should also not get too crazy at the moment. It's going to be a completely different team that lines up tomorrow for them against Club Santos Laguna in Torreon. That said, Chivas has shown you nothing last season and this preseason to give you a glimpse of hope. And certainly Tomás Boy, he doesn't just command or ooze that confidence in his declarations and what he says to the press.
We wondered if the Chivas fans would show up. They certainly have. The team hasn't given them much to cheer about so far. We'll see if that changes in the second half. Chivas, the lone non-European participant in this edition of the International Champions Cup. Of course, we discussed at length in the first half the power of the Chivas brand in the United States. Let's see if there's any power left in this Chivas team. Second half underway. Benfica going right to left. Chivas left to right.
Tell you what, I don't mind the new Chivas uniforms. I know they. I was just about to answer. There are a lot of people who don't like it. I don't mind it at all.
Too much blue, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Those are the colors.
Red and white. I don't want the stripes.
I thought you were an American.
I am, but I want Chivas to look like Chivas, not Captain America or whatever it says. So, Herc, you know me well enough to know I'm far from a fashionista, so
This
opinion
is true.
means little. And
Nice shoes, by the way.
Raúl de Tomás, the goal scorer. Changes. Ruben Diaz leaving the game from central defense. Gallo as well. Rafa Silva, the number 27. Attacking midfielder, winger, very dangerous threat to goal. Enters the match, as does Jardel, the number 33 central defender and the long-standing captain of this team. Thomas Boy overlooking his charges. Worried about a congested schedule. Liga MX just about to get underway. Got, of course, the new competition between Major League Soccer and the Mexican First Division. The Leagues Cup.
Whether people want it or not, it's going to happen. It's going to be MLS versus Liga MX, an interliga sort of play system where it's going to be all MLS, all Liga MX, almost one league.
Certainly seems to be heading that way. Either Don Garber or Enrique Bonilla have been shy about what the future of that relationship would look like.
The funny thing is, when I interviewed him, Enrique Bonilla was adamant about the Mexican clubs putting their best competition forward. So the best roster, the best players will play. And that hasn't been the stance from Don Garber, from these MLS teams, from some of these coaches like Wilmer Cabrera.
Yeah, came out and said he was going to send Rio Grande Valley.
Their affiliate, USL affiliate team. Bonilla was adamant. We play a competition versus MLS. Not only do we want to win, we want them off the floor with them. That's what he said.
Well, we saw it last year in the Campeones Cup between Tigres and Toronto. Now, Toronto was in a very specific part of their season, but Tigres went full out with their lineup.
With the
Toronto had
48
some
minutes,
changes
this is
there that
fucking
made you think,
ridiculous. Yo, for real?
getting things going here for Benfica.
It's a beauty in the space, and it's that.
Yo, this is fucking nonsense. Play the fucking fights. Nobody gives a shit. This isn't even... Nope, stop.